life and living the dream. We're back here with Make Monday Matter. Hope that you had a fantastic weekend. We're hanging out here at my house this morning, getting an early start to give you some perspective for your Monday. Remember that today is not just any other day. It is the only day you've been promised. It isn't a bad day. It's not going to be a hard day. It's going to be a day that launches you into your purpose, into your destiny, and into your provision of God meeting every one of your needs as you seek Him with all of your heart. So excited for what God's going to do in your life today. I want to give you some perspective this morning as we try to make Monday matter. Last week we said, it is what you call it. We said, if you call Mondays terrible, they're going to be terrible. If you say that Mondays are rock star awesome and that I'm going to be launched into my purpose and see God's power on my life manifested into any and every environment I walk into, then it will be that as well. Today, I want to encourage you that it isn't what it looks like. It isn't what it looks like. We're walking into Passion Week, the week that Jesus... the week that led up to Jesus' death. We'll be celebrating Good Friday on Friday. Shout out to my son, his birthday. He'll be 7 years old on Friday. But nonetheless, this is Passion Week, the week leading up to Jesus' death. And in the middle of it, now we see 20/20 vision now, but in the middle of it, his disciples thought that it was chaotic. They thought it was overwhelming. They thought that they weren't going to get through this. They thought that this was the end. They went into hiding when he died. It isn't what it looks like, though, because this was all a part of God's plan. You see, the chaos isn't really chaos. It's really a part of God's plan. The chaos wasn't chaos. It was all a part of God's plan. It isn't what it looks like. It isn't what it looks like. You see, how do we know this? Because of what God's promised us. God promised over and over again, hey, don't worry, I'm going to die. But this is all a part of the Father's plan. This is all a part of the salvation of the world. This is all a part, you being connected, you being close to the Father's heart. And so this morning, I just want to remind you that it isn't what it seems like. It isn't what it looks like. Remember with Joseph, it wasn't about Potiphar's house and being in slavery. It wasn't being about in a dark dungeon. It was about God getting Joseph into a position where he could interpret the king's or the Pharaoh's dream so that he could be second in command of of Egypt, so that he could save the entire nation of Israel. So it wasn't about the Potiphar's house. It wasn't about the dungeon. It wasn't about the Red Sea with the Israelites. It was about God putting them in a position to see God's power on display. It wasn't about the lion's den for Daniel. It wasn't what it seemed. It was an opportunity for the king to see God's power on full display and for him to put his total confidence in God. So how are you going to respond today to the chaos? Because it's not what it seems. God's working behind the scenes to accomplish something greater in your life that He couldn't in the everyday comforts of your life. What is God up to when you get that phone call? When you get that word from your boss? When something happens with the kids today or with your spouse today? Remember, it's not what it seems. If the enemy is up to chaos on the main stage, you better be confident that God's behind the scenes, working all things together for your good, that He is fighting for you and speaking peace be still to every anxious wave. You better be confident that God is for you and not against you, that His plans are to prosper you and to give you a hope, that He is holding you up and He's holding you together, and He will fulfill His purposes in your life, that He is a good, good Father, and that there is no one like Him in all the earth. Remember today that it isn't what it seems. Even the most chaotic time of your life, even the most overwhelming, the greatest struggle, the biggest setbacks are really the greatest setups to experience God in a new way. How are you going to experience God in a new way today? How is God going to produce fruit in your life that He can only do in the obstacle, that He can only do in the setback. So today, remember, it's not what it seems. And when you remember that, you'll make Monday matter. Until next time, we'll see you then.